Data dropped by.
Hi, Mrs. Walsh, how are you? Save him! Save him! It's Malcolm's
And they're chasing four-wheel deals. It's real neat ORV. And there are bullets flying all over the place. It's the most amazing thing I ever saw.
A pirate map, booby traps, and a treasure hunt that somehow made a chubby kid doing the Truffle Shuffle into an American icon. The Goonies didn't just become a classic. It became a secret handshake for an entire generation.
The people in the audience, then this was horrible. All the people started getting sick.
But what if I told you everything behind the scenes was even weirder than the film itself? These are 20 weird facts you didn't know about the Goonies. And as a bonus,
what are you, crazy? They're here!
let's just say even Spielberg had second thoughts. Number 1. The script almost sank before it ever left shore. Written by Chris Columbus and produced by Steven Spielberg, The Goonies was originally a much darker movie, like Kids in Danger, borderline horror level dark. The original villain wasn't just the Fratellis, it was a crooked cop who kidnapped children. Spielberg vetoed it after reading just 3 pages. He reportedly said, "I want an adventure, not a kidnapping." That version was scrapped, and the hunt for One-Eyed Willie was born. Imagine how different this movie would feel if the opening scene involved a kidnapping instead of a prison break. Number 2. Chunk's legendary Truffle Shuffle wasn't scripted, it was forced. Actor Jeff Cohen showed up sick that day, and when director Richard Donner asked him to do the dance for the audition, Cohen asked to do it later. Donner said, "No, do it now." So Cohen lifted his shirt, did the dance, and everyone in the room lost it. Cohen later said it was humiliating, but he also said, "That moment bought my mom a house." It's one of the most unforgettable moments in 80s cinema, and it almost didn't happen. Number 3. Shaun Aston kept one major prop, accidentally. After production wrapped, he took home the treasure map. Years later, his mom, actress Patty Duke, found it crumpled in his bedroom and threw it out. Today, that map would be worth tens of thousands. Spielberg apparently just shook his head and said, "Well, it was his to lose." Aston joked later that the real treasure wasn't gold, it was learning to clean his room. Number 4. The pirate ship. Totally real. Not computer-generated, not a miniature. That massive set was built full scale inside a soundstage, and the cast wasn't allowed to see it until filming. The reactions you see in the movie when they first spot it? Totally real. One kid even cursed when he saw it, and they had to reshoot the whole scene. The detail was so impressive, some crew members said they felt like they were walking through Disneyland. Number 5. Sloth's eye wasn't digital. That off-centered look was achieved using a custom-built animatronic eye rig operated by remote control, but it malfunctioned constantly. John Matuzak, the former NFL player under the makeup, had to refilm multiple scenes because the eye would spasm mid-take. The real weird part? He didn't complain. He said, "Sloth's not supposed to look perfect. Let it twitch." The crew admired his patience. He would sit for hours in full makeup just to nail a single shot. Number 6. Corey Feldman went full method. He wore the same clothes off camera that his character Mouth wore in the film. He claimed it helped him stay sharp. The crew just said it helped him smell terrible. Feldman also insisted on using his character's slang in real life, so much so that people on set started calling him Mouth, even when the cameras weren't rolling. Number 7. The final cut of the film isn't the real final cut. In the original version, the kids fight a giant octopus. Yes, a full animatronic octopus in the water. It was fully filmed, scored, and edited, but Spielberg hated the scene and cut it last minute. The song used in that sequence still made it onto the soundtrack. And, in a strange twist, the octopus is still mentioned at the end of the film by Data, even though the scene never made it into the official cut. Number 8. Josh Brolin's very first scene was also his most painful. The spring-loaded device that launches him backward in the attic malfunctioned and hit him square in the shin. The bruise lasted the entire shoot. His only reaction was to shout, "Still better than algebra." Brolin later said that moment taught him everything he needed to know about working in Hollywood. Always expect the unexpected, and don't stand too close to a prop. Number 9. Data's gadgets weren't just props. The production team worked with a real engineer to build functional versions. The boxing glove belt? It worked. The slick shoes? Sort of. The problem was that every time they tried to film, something broke. The crew had a running joke: Data's inventions work when no one's watching. Actor Jonathan Ke Huy Quan was so fascinated by the gadgets that he spent hours with the effects team learning how they worked. Number 10. The Fratellis weren't acting half the time. Actress Anne Ramsey, who played Mama Fratelli, stayed in character on set, even during lunch. She scared the child actors so much that some of them avoided her between scenes. Jeff Cohen once said, "She smelled like fear and tuna." And that wasn't just a joke. Ramsey kept a can of tuna in her trailer and used it as a quick lunch between takes. Number 11. Director Richard Donner got punked by Spielberg. After filming Wrapped, Donner was sent home for a vacation, but when he arrived at his Hawaii house, the entire cast was already there, waiting to surprise him. Spielberg flew them out as a prank. They lived in his house for a full weekend. Donner later said it was the best and worst surprise of his life. He loved the kids, but didn't get a moment of peace. Number 12. Jonathan Ke Huy Quan, the actor who played Data, used the same martial arts skills he showed off in Indiana Jones and The Temple of Doom. Spielberg saw his indie audition tape and told Donner, "Hire him before George Lucas changes his mind." Quan performed many of his own stunts, including the zipline scene, and became a fan favorite for both movies in the same year. Number 13. The infamous water slide scene? That wasn't one slide, it was 5. The kids never knew which one they were going down, and the takes were stitched together to look like one epic ride. Half of them hit the water screaming because they had no idea what drop was coming. Some of the kids asked to ride the slides after filming, but they weren't allowed to because of safety concerns. Number 14. There was supposed to be a Goonies sequel. Twice. One was pitched in the 90s, another in the early 2000s. Scripts were written, ideas floated, and even a Broadway musical version was discussed. None of them happened. Why? Because, as Donner put it, you don't sequel magic. Even the original cast was torn. Some wanted to return. Others felt it was best left untouched. Number 15. The real treasure wasn't the gold. It was the bond. The cast stayed close for decades. They had reunions, supported each other's projects, and even today, they refer to each other as family. Jeff Cohen, who played Chunk, is now a lawyer. And guess who he represented during a major film deal? His old Goonies brother, Shaun Aston. Cohen says it was the easiest decision he ever made. Once a Goonie, always a Goonie. Number 16. The entire ending almost looked totally different. In early storyboards, the Goonies weren't going to find the pirate ship at all. Instead, One-Eyed Willie's treasure was going to be buried under the Goon Docks, and the climax involved a cave collapse and a race against time. But Spielberg wanted something big, something cinematic. So the pirate ship sailed into the story, and into movie legend. The original ending was kept in a few early drafts, but never filmed. Number 17. The Goonies weren't just popular in America, they became a cult hit in Japan. Fans there organized meetups, cosplay events, and even pilgrimages to Astoria, Oregon. There's a Japanese fan club that's been active since the late 80s. One member said, "We love the Goonies because it's about loyalty, not just treasure." Several of the cast members have visited Japan and were greeted by fans in full costume. Number 18. Jeff Cohen, who played Chunk, didn't just leave acting. He reinvented himself. After law school, he co-founded a successful entertainment law firm. He used his experience in Hollywood to help actors, producers, and creatives understand their contracts. His transformation from child star to power lawyer has been called one of the best post-Hollywood success stories ever. And yes, he still gets asked to do the Truffle Shuffle at meetings. Number 19. The Goonies had their own language, sort of. To keep their performances natural, Donner encouraged the kids to talk over each other during scenes. It made for chaotic editing, but it also gave the film its realistic, unpredictable energy. The editors later said it took double the time to sort through the overlapping lines, but it was worth it. That overlapping chatter became a defining trait of the film's style. Number 20. Even the score has a secret. Composer Dave Grusin hid little musical Easter eggs throughout the soundtrack. Some of the melodies reference pirate shanties, while others echo classic movie themes like Peter Pan and Indiana Jones. One music critic said, The Goonies soundtrack is like a treasure map if you know where to listen. Some fans even believe there's a musical code hidden in the notes. Bonus fact, the Goondocks house, still standing. It's in Astoria, Oregon, and every year thousands of fans travel there just to reenact scenes. The owners put up a fence. Fans climbed it. They added signs. Fans ignored them. They finally made a rule. No Truffle Shuffle on the front lawn. But if you visit, you'll still hear whispers. Hey, you guys!